from your profile, it says that you're an avid consumer of both movies and television. And it's just so incredible because there's so many movies coming out now. But do you have like a top five movies of all time that kind of like career defining, life defining movies?
Yes, some of them are going to be embarrassing. Let's see. But okay. So, let's see. This is like so weird, but I love the movie Laura, which is like a film noir like back in the 40s movie. I got in high school like really into film noir, like kind of that older style of like storytelling, and my dad went out and bought like all these fabulous film noir movies like The Maltese Falcon and Double Indemnity, and we watched them all together. So Laura is like a great kind of like whodunit, what's going on. And then another movie that I really love is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I would say honestly was pretty career defining for me, just because I love movies that toe the line between two different genres. And I guess that kind of fits in with the film noir thing, right? Is because it is like a detective whodunit. But then at the same time, it's like this very silly comedy with like cartoons running around. And I love movies that can kind of do both of those things. Which I guess leads into my third one, which is Enchanted.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Amy Adams fan. Like, she's one of my favorite actresses right now working in film and television. And that movie, I think, is like a really fabulous, like, pastiche. I think it really just honors all the wonderful Disney movies that have been made over the years. There are literally so many little kind of details that point to different Disney movies. You should not watch that movie with me. I'm terrible to watch with that movie with.
Really can relate.
Yeah, you know it kind of, you know the script better than the actors did, I think, at the time. Like, you know it word for word.
You just sat there and like, that's how you know.
I'm never gonna forget coming in from work when you told me that Disney Plus were doing a second Enchanted movie.
We're gonna watch that.
Yeah. I actually I got to see that early for work. I got a screener, and I went through with a fine-tooth comb, and I looked and I found every single like tiny little detail, Disney detail in that movie. I wrote an article about that too. Let's see. If I was gonna have to pick, I love rom-coms, honestly.
Me too.
And I think if I was going to have to pick a favorite rom-com, I think I'm going to have to say 27 Dresses.
Yes.
Another James Marsden movie. I don't know. I just love that movie kind of like embraces femininity, and like that movie is really about someone who's just such a good friend that they've like run themselves dry and like don't think about themselves anymore. And I can relate to that. And honestly, like rom-coms just like make me feel good. So I know even though they're like a little silly, it's not super serious. Like I always feel great at when the credits start rolling, you know? And then number 5, my gosh. You know what? I recently read Stardust by Neil Gaiman, and I love that movie. That's a fabulous book to movie adaptation. And I thought that movie was perfectly cast. Love that movie. So I guess those are top 5. Those are pretty career defining for me. I love books and movie adaptations. One of my favorite authors actually is Gillian Flynn. I don't know who did Gone Girl and Sharp Objects. But those, like, that's a whole other can of worms.